So what does it mean when you see water in dreams? And in particular, what does it mean when you see a boat or a ship in a dream? So what I have said about, trains and cars and buses and planes, vehicles in dreams, applies to boats as well, where they are a symbol of the vehicle of your life path forward, right? And the different kinds of vehicles speak to different kinds of different aspects of your life path forward. Now, with boats, you are typically crossing the ocean, and the ocean, of course, is a symbol of your deep emotional self. Okay. Um, and what I've observed in my healing work with thousands of people is that the arc of our relationship with the ocean of our emotional self is this. At first, we are afraid of going in to the depths of our emotional self, where we're afraid of going to therapy, or we're afraid of opening up to a friend or a support group or a medical professional or a spouse about how we're deeply feeling about something. Right. So in these cases, you may see dreams where you are at the edge of the water on the beach, right, and afraid to go in. Or you see sharks in the water, and you're afraid to go in, or dark, shadowy sort of figures in the water. Or you're on the beach and you are literally running away from the water, and the floodwaters are chasing you, and the tsunami is coming up and chasing you. Right? This is the insight of the deep emotional parts of yourself trying to chase you down to get you a message. So then, when you see a boat, the dream is showing how you are trying to get across the insights, right, of your deep emotional self without going down. Okay, so the rule of thumb for when you see a body of water in your dreams, a swimming pool, is that you want to connect with the water. You want to go down and soak and marinate in the water, and that's how you will get the insight. And a boat is typically one's own sort of very natural, sort of fearful attempt to get over this phase of life, right? To go across just the surface of the water and not go deep. We want to stay in the shallows and we don't want to go deep. And, there's nothing wrong with that. Welcome to humanity. We're all terrified of going into the depths of our own inner self, right? Um, but when you see a dream like that, the dream is telling you, hey, there's something you're trying to touch on and hand wave and pay lip service to, but you're really afraid of going down deep. And maybe it's okay. It's up to you, right? But one of the most powerful things you can do when you have a dream about the ocean is in waking time, and just, quote unquote, your imagination. So there's no risk, there's no harm. You replay the dream where you're in the boat. And in your waking imagination, you're like, okay, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to jump over the side of the boat and I'm going to dive down, and maybe I'll imagine I'm breathing underwater and I'm going down there, and there's Aquaman, there's a squid trying to sort of attack me, there's sharks chasing me, and there's some whales. You just see what you see down there, and start to introduce yourself, meet and greet, right? Meet all the characters that are down there, and I guarantee you, when you start talking to them, interacting with them, uh, it will be worth your while, right? You will get very, very deep insight, all in the safety of you're just waking, you're awake, you're sitting at your kitchen table alone with a cup of tea, and you're just going through a sort of imaginary exercise, no harm done. Okay. Um, when you see water in general in dreams, it is that same symbol of the ocean. It's a symbol of deep insight coming from the depths of your own inner self. And water can take multiple forms. It can be an ocean, it can be an alpine lake, it can be uh, a swimming pool, which means something very specific, right? Where it is insight, but it's very contained, right? And it's sterile. There's nothing living in it, right? It's not the vibrant, sort of life-filled, teeming with life environment of the wild ocean, but it's also not scary. It's very controlled. So when you see a swimming pool, it's a symbol of like, it is insight, but it's sterile and controlled. Maybe it's as much as you can handle right now. I can swim in the pool, but I can't swim in the open ocean. It's too terrifying. That's fine. It's just giving you a sort of a status of where you are. Other forms of water, you may dream that you're in your house and somebody above you in the apartment has left their water on, so it's like flooding down from the ceiling, right? So there are these deep insights coming from the spiritual side, which is the upper side uh, of your inner self. And so interviewing the water will be very fruitful in that case. Other situations where you see water in very interesting ways are that any scene you may be on the street, talking to a friend or talking to a parent or some other figure, and then it starts raining, right? So water is inside. So the rain coming down at that moment when you're having that conversation, if you have a dream like that, is like a neon sign saying the thing that is being spoken about right now, the thing that is happening right now, is the insight. It is the insight, right? So when you see rain in a dream, it's like pelting down, telling you everything that's happening in the dream right now is a deep insight. Pay attention. It's like a neon sign.